I know the law, Fiddler. I know the law too well.
Then you ought to know that there ain't no way to beat the law. White folks live by it and niggas die by it.
It's Focus Connect back in the building. And it's round 2 with NLE Choppa going at NBA Youngboy. And man, it's crazy that back in the day, NLE Choppa was NBA Youngboy's biggest fan. He got a lot of inspiration from NBA Youngboy. But we know it was a situation that went on that Quando Rondo camp and NLE Choppa camp had an issue until where somebody threw a liquor bottle, and I'm not sure if it hit NLE Choppa, but it hit somebody in NLE Choppa crew. So it was beef from there. But the way NLE Choppa handled that situation, I commend him as a young man. I commend him as an individual for understanding not to let that knock the trajectory of his career off of the path he was heading. But when you look at hip hop and you look at what's going on in the state of hip hop right now, a lot of things are accepted that wouldn't have been accepted before. This whole thing NLE Choppa got going on, you know what I'm saying, a lot of that dancing, the attachment that he had with the LGBTQ community, and people made it known that he was supporting it because of his brother. But that support could draw a question mark for some people because you can support without being involved. But to get back to the subject of NLE Choppa making these videos and he making a statement as if it's like good versus evil. You know what I'm saying? And NBA Youngboy really playing it smart by not speaking on none of this stuff and not getting involved in it, because only thing NLE Choppa doing is attaching his name to NBA Youngboy. And if you pay attention to it, if NBA Youngboy go back and forth with it, the amount of money that beef gonna make. See, beef make money. Look at Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Kendrick Lamar made a lot of money off their beef. And I think that has become a formula in the rap game at this point, because when people see their career dying off or they see they not getting the attention that they once were getting, all they got to do is attach themselves to a bigger name. And if that person bite, then they got another couple months run to where they can make some money. But to see NLE Choppa go from Shotta Flow to what he's doing now, and to where he's doing this Michael Jackson stuff in the video, he is being creative in these videos. But when I look at and read the comments, a lot of people don't identify with what NLE Choppa doing. People don't appreciate what he's doing. They can't understand the creativity behind what he's doing. And NLE Choppa got to understand, like I say, with him having with him being LGBTQ friendly and really willing to interact with them and perform shows at their events and different stuff like that, he got some backing. So, you know, no matter how we look at NLE Choppa as far as the hip hop go, and you can consider what he doing, that's not even really hip hop like what hip hop came from and what it stands for. What he doing is not really hip hop. You know, we had some people that was in hip hop that danced and stuff like that, but they never got respect. Check out like when MC Hammer was doing what he was doing. Tupac and them clowned that because he was dancing, and that was not the identity of what people perceive hip hop to be. So I look at NBA Youngboy as being smart for not addressing NLE Choppa, because all the thing it's gonna do is help NLE Choppa name stay relevant. But to see that NLE Choppa is comfortable in the skin that he in, and he choosing to be who he is and being true to himself, you can't argue with that. I applaud that. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta realize we not God to judge. But I can't get down with NLE Choppa music. I can see the talent there, but NBA Youngboy is just a better artist when it come down to it. Creativity wise, NLE Choppa is very creative. He has laid down a certain mark and a stamp in the game on who he is. And like I say, he's comfortable in the skin he's in, but people, it's confusing to me that people try to be so inclusive with everything. And that's really kind of what messes us up in society now, is that people can't see right from wrong, or people can't understand that in some situations you have to stand on a certain side of the fence. But what NLE Choppa and NBA Youngboy got going on, I think it was like he considered NBA Youngboy to be an idol at one time. And once he got to see the true character and the true nature of who NBA Youngboy is, NLE Choppa seemed to be that he was not impressed. Or NBA Youngboy probably hurt his feelings because he didn't embrace him the way that he wanted to be embraced by him being as big of a fan that he was. But I hope all of this just stays in the music. The same way Kendrick and Drake stuff just stayed within hip hop, they just stayed within from a musical aspect. And just, man, NBA Youngboy, just ignore it. You know what I'm saying? NBA Youngboy just should ignore NLE Choppa. NLE Choppa, who, no matter how we view NLE Choppa, you gotta understand, all publicity is good publicity when you looking at it from a financial aspect. Because all the people that's looking at these videos just to clown NLE Choppa is still getting him paid. But NLE Choppa gotta understand certain things that he's done, like photo shoots, and the way he's attached himself to certain things that's opposite of what hip hop been perceived to stand for. He gotta stand on that side of the fence that he chose. But like I say, it ain't gonna stop his money. And the only thing that matter is how you feel about yourself. I'm out.